What 10 things make a soldier miserable? Well, my platoon experienced all of them in one legendary 24-hour period that became known as the day everything went wrong. It started with our first sergeant announcing mandatory fun at 0500, a surprise base-wide inspection followed by a morale-building field exercise. Strike 1, forced enthusiasm when you're already exhausted. Then came the MRE breakfast, beef stew at 6 a.m. while standing in formation during a thunderstorm. Nothing says misery like cold, gelatinous meat chunks while rain runs down your neck. Strike 2, terrible food in worse weather. During inspection, they found contraband in our barracks, energy drinks. Apparently, caffeine was now considered performance-enhancing substances. 3 guys got written up for possession of Red Bull. Strike 3, ridiculous regulations. The field exercise required us to dig fighting positions in what turned out to be a swamp. 2 hours of digging through mud only to have Lieutenant Morrison announce we were in the wrong location. Move 100 meters and start over. Strike 4, pointless busy work. Then our comms went down. No radio contact, no cell service, completely cut off from civilization. But we still had to pretend the mission was going perfectly during the evaluation. Strike 5, broken equipment with impossible expectations. At lunch, they ran out of MREs. We had to share one meal between 3 people. I got 2 crackers and half a packet of cheese spread. Strike 6, actual hunger during training. The afternoon brought a surprise uniform inspection in the middle of a muddy field. Apparently, our combat uniforms weren't clean enough for combat training. Strike 7, impossible standards. Then it started hailing. Golf ball-sized ice chunks while we're stuck in an open field with no shelter. But the exercise couldn't be canceled because weather is a combat multiplier. Strike 8, dangerous conditions ignored. Our vehicles broke down on the way back to base. All 3 Humvees died simultaneously, leaving us stranded 10 miles out. But wait, there's more. Strike 9, equipment failure when you need it most. The final insult came when we finally got back to base at midnight, soaked and exhausted. First Sergeant announced that due to the success of today's training, we'd be doing it again tomorrow, but with added night operations. That's when Private Johnson, the quietest guy in our platoon, finally snapped. He stood up in formation and loudly asked, "Sergeant, is there a limit to how many ways you can torture people before it becomes a war crime?" First Sergeant just stared at him for 10 seconds, then said, "Johnson, you just volunteered to plan tomorrow's exercise. Make it challenging."